get the cleavage just right. Whew. Come on, work for daddy. Hi, my name is Christopher Regent, and I'm 34 years old. I currently work for the New York City Human Resources Administration, and I love HBO. I think that HBO has a beautiful arsenal of shows, so many to choose from, but I think if I had to choose a few, I think I would pick Random Acts of Flyness, Insecure, and Game of Thrones. I know you said two, but I love them for all different reasons. And I can appreciate what HBO is trying to do in terms of just trying to connect with viewers on all different levels as well. If I had to choose a show to talk to my friend about, I think the majority of my friends are black or a person of color. I think I would talk about my latest love, which is Random Acts of Flyness. And I currently am a part of a podcast called Highly Melanated, where we talk about issues that plague people of color. And I think that Random Acts of Flyness, does a beautiful job of stitching that together visually. Um, there's plenty of issues that may not solely pertain to us in our community, but definitely we don't talk about it honestly and openly enough. So when we talk about it, it's foreign to us, both to anybody inside or anybody from looking from the outside in. Maybe I should take the fitted off. I might be deemed as threatening. The glasses too. Nope, I look more threatening. Glasses on. I appreciate the Random Acts of Flyness because it's a think piece. It requires you to put yourself into somebody else's shoes. In episode one, the creator Terrence Nass, right off the bat was arguably being harassed by the police officer, and you're like, oh, it's that kind of show, which ultimately can be heavy. It could be very heavy for someone who is just looking to, after dealing with all of that throughout the day, whether it be at work, through microaggressions, or maybe they got pulled over earlier on in the day. You don't necessarily want to watch that. So it's not, you say to yourself, it's not entertainment. And arguably it's not entertainment, but later on, he is running away from the police officer and he just flies away into the sky. And then it becomes this surreal kind of deep connection where, I was sitting there and I just kind of went, I wish it was that easy. And I found myself instantly connected. Random Acts of Flyness also brought up sexual proclivities. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to sit here and be like this. Black guy can't pronounce anything. Sexual proclivities of black men, in particular black bisexual men. And it was interesting because I immediately sat up in my seat and I was like, wait, that's me. Maybe not as effeminate, but it was definitely me, where I believe that there is a spectrum that no one wants to sit down and discuss. It makes everything too complicated, and everyone just wants to make everything black and white. But that would be pretty boring. But fortunately, unfortunately, life is not like that. And it's not just one or the other. It's an array of extremes and in-betweens. Life is art. Random Acts of Flyness is art.